Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. So I do weekly pick a card readings a couple of times a week. If you're new here, I invite you to join the community by subscribing to the channel and sharing your stories in the comments section. We'd love to hear them. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. So today's topic is, how do they feel about you? Your love interest, the person who is on your mind, how do they really feel about you? So we've got cards pre-shuffled. We'll shuffle some on camera, and then over in the extended we will delve deeper into whatever topics are raised in the first part of the reading that need to be delved into. So timestamps are down below. Use your intuition to pick. General reading can't resonate for everyone. Take what resonates, forget what doesn't. Links to other readings are down below if you'd like to choose a different reading. If this one doesn't resonate, you can watch one or all. It looks like they're linked today. There's some overlap, so if you feel like watching all three, you can, or one or two, you can. Just remember to take what resonates and forget what doesn't. So for group one, we've got iron pyrite. Your stone is iron pyrite. Group two, we've got green calcite. Group three, we've got the peacock ore. So pause the video if you need more time. Random.org is down below to help you pick if you are stumped and don't know what to pick. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to my Patreon followers, Instagram followers, everyone who likes, comments, and subscribes. Please do considering subscribing to the channel. If you do like the content, it does let me know and helps to keep the channel going. We're gonna get started with group one. Welcome group one, thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So we've got your cards already spread out, and then we're gonna shuffle some more on camera here. But what I'm generally getting here for you guys, for the viewers, like a lot of you really feel driven towards this connection. Some of you might actually live long distance from this person, but bottom line, you feel like making a move in this connection, taking the initiative, or you want this person to take the initiative. You want there to be action here, movement, right? I feel like a lot of you who are watching, you have this like driven sort of mindset with regard to this connection. And your person is coming across as somebody that's standing firm. Like I feel like they would take a chance on the connection if instinctively they felt drawn to do that. But until that instinct happens, they're just going to hold their ground, stand firm. I don't want to say like, yeah, they're just going to do what they feel is, you know, what they're drawn to do. Some of you guys are dealing with somebody who's very close with one of their parents, but also getting like this warm vibe from this person as well. So it's like this person is, kind of warm, but also they can be a leader, but I don't feel like they're the ones taking lead here. I feel like it's more like you guys are doing that, and if that doesn't resonate, flip-flop it, and if not, might not be the reading for you. But I get the dynamic between the two of you is more lighthearted. We've got some heavy cards on the board, but the dynamic between the two of you guys is like it's more lighthearted. So I don't know if one of you guys has recently found something out that has sort of like improved, you know, one's attitude toward this connection, or if this is going to happen in the future where something comes to light. But I also see you guys sort of working on healing the connection or adapting to some sort of changes in the connection. And so if this sounds like your reading, feel free to stick around. Otherwise, you can choose another group or check out the playlists down below for another reading. But we're going to get started, and I see on the board here that we've got a lot of air signs, so that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So you can have that strong in your chart, don't have to, but that's what we've got. These are the traits present. We've also got the Tower, which is Mars. Mars rules Aries, and we've got Earth sign energies as well. So regardless though of the signs, I do feel like we have had an ending here. Like you guys are either going to or have experienced some sort of a painful ending that is impacting this connection. I'm also seeing you know, maybe somebody acted in haste and ended this connection. It's possible that this person could have ghosted you or just run away from it. Maybe you ran away because, you know, I did get you coming across in this very action-oriented, forward-moving energy. But it could be your person as well. I am seeing, though, that whoever was left behind here, or due to whatever happened, it's like there's been some sleepless nights, like I said, some mental anguish, and it feels like whatever happened could have even happened suddenly. There could have been like a sudden argument or fight, harsh words exchanged, or just a sudden ending. And Spirit is saying that for some of you, you could have actually seen the signs that this was going to end, or there was going to be a blow up of some kind, but you didn't pay attention to those, or your person did not. And so you know, you guys were basically very shocked or surprised by this ending. So for some of you, you left this person shocking and surprising them because they didn't think that you would. Others of you, it's, you know, it goes both ways. So just apply it how it resonates. But, you know, how does your person feel about you? They feel like you are a very solid person, that you're grounded with that Queen of Pentacles. And they also feel like, I do get it was you that, you know, either left them out in the cold or they left you out in the cold. If this is your reading, you're going to know which it is. Could have even taken something from you, but definitely caused you a lot of trouble. And they do feel like you are like wifey or husband material with that Queen of Pentacles, because she's very resourceful and she's the type of person that deserves and likes to have like sincere relationships that are mature, and she just does enjoy her comfort zone in the finer things in life and feeling secure. And this could have been or be a very sensual or sexual relationship as well, but that was before all of this, whatever this is, happened. Okay, so if this sounds like your reading, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. And I'm going to get you some more cards here to see, you know, more specifically how this person feels about group 1. How does group 1's person feel about them? So we've got damsel. Yeah, it's like they feel that they have done you wrong in some way. Like they have knocked you off your perch. You're the Queen of Pentacles, but it's like whatever they've done or whatever's happened to this connection, something has knocked you off your perch, off your throne. And this person feels like, you know, that they have hurt you, that they have caused you trouble. So I do feel like, you know, you do understand romance like the card says, and that you are self-reliant like the Queen is, and the Queen is regal and feminine. And if you're a man watching, then it's, you know, apply it that way, or you can regal and masculine. But this is somebody that uses like the goodness of her authority to protect others. But it feels like, you know, some of you are maybe being a bit, you know, controlling or demanding, right? Or your person feels like you are, based on, you know, maybe not wanting the past to repeat itself, or just asserting your boundaries or your standards, something along those lines here. For some of you, this is your person's energy. They're coming across as kind of being a little arrogant, or especially if their authority is challenged, or if, you know, like the card says, somebody is being controlling and demanding. So I feel like, you know, a little bit of that card applies to you and your person both in different ways. The majority of you, though, this person's looking at like they hurt you, they knocked you off this queenly pedestal that you were on, and maybe, you know, you're not taking it so well. Okay. So I do feel like, you know, this connection has been exhausting. You know, somebody here could be struggling with their mental health, and you would know that if that was the case. Getting this image of somebody taking care of that, though. I feel like there's healing, change, and adaptation occurring. But I do feel like, you know, somebody could have been taking care of the other one, or maybe there was this expectation that they felt like they would need to take care of you. Or that, you know, whether that's true or not, you know, they could have felt like that's what you were looking for. Others of you, there is maybe a parental figure that needed to be taken care of, and that was draining the connection or causing, like, I'm just getting like some energy of caregiver burnout here. This could be a newer connection for some of you, or it was, or it is, but I get that this person just felt overwhelmed by the connection. Like whoever ghosted felt overwhelmed. They wanted more freedom, more excitement. They maybe need to lighten up and be a little less rigid, because we did get that Queen in reverse sort of energy. So whoever that was, if it was your person, you know, they ran away from the connection because they were being very rigid in their thinking about it, and not being very tolerant, and wanting more freedom or more excitement. But I do see that, you know, the Nine of Swords, when we see the Nine of Swords, we do want to see that in reverse, because it does tell us that things are, you know, it's the end of a crisis, right? The worst is over. And even though there's still some suffering going on here, there has been like a wake-up call as well, because with the Tower here, it shows us like a wake-up call, like something that was built on a faulty foundation is ending in order to build something new or make room for something better and something stronger. So I feel like some of you could have been in this sort of overly romantic point of view, or your person could feel like that about you, and now you're having those rose-colored glasses removed, or like you're having to face things, even if it's not just about the relationship, but maybe there are areas in your life that you're now having to face very sober, right? Like without any sort of delusions or illusions about it, whether that's related to this connection or something else. And it could be too that your person is the one who feels that way, like they're having that mask ripped off, of like they're having to face things and examine, you know, this relationship. Like maybe some of you are examining to see if this is worth pursuing. I do feel that you do feel that it's like worth pursuing. Some of you have already pursued it or continue to. So I get that, you know, maybe this is why the person, whoever ghosted her, is walking away, or who's on again, off again, you know, they are that way because it's like they have to always take time away to examine whether this is worth pursuing, because it feels like there's some sort of, you know, disconnect where somebody is, you know, taking the connection like really hard, or has in the past. And so now the mask has been ripped off and people are having to face reality, and that was part of why the universe stepped in and made this major change or ending, because you know, it was necessary basically. And also this person wanted more freedom, okay, and the way that you guys were interacting was not working anymore, so it needed to end in order to start something else over, right? So unfortunately, this did result in feelings of, you know, this being a disappointment and there being wasted emotions. So, let me grab some cards here. How does Group 1's person feel about them? We've got the Magician. So Gemini and Virgo energy. More air and earth. So this person's looking to communicate with you. They're wanting to have an honest discussion. Like I said, this could already be happening. Things are coming to light. There is a conversation. There is some sort of new idea being shared, some sort of mental clarity being given. And I do feel like it's your person trying to manifest you back into their life, focusing on creating something in this connection, like taking inspired action. Like I think they are waiting for inspiration to take action, to take a chance. Like I said, they would if they had the instinct to do it. And it's like they are getting that inspiration here. And that could come in the form of, you know, communication, or, you know, something along those lines. It could come from you giving communication. This person could communicate with you. I feel like it's cause and effect. It's like whatever is fair is what's going to happen. So like if the ball's in this person's court to communicate with you, then they feel like they're the ones that have to do that, or they're the ones that have to share some truth and bring clarity, shed light. And if the ball is in your court, then it's like this person feels like they're waiting for you to initiate that. Okay. So wherever the ball's at, your person is feeling like that person has the ball and needs to act on it. Okay. But either way, this person's manifesting a new beginning. So how does this person feel about Group 1, please? How does this person feel about Group 1, please? Okay, this one doesn't want to talk. This just popped off the top. No, I'm not feeling that. Okay. We've got the ways, number 22, and the house, number 4. So how's this person feeling about you? I feel like this person feels, you know, somewhat divided. And that where there should be stability in the connection, because we've got 2 4s here. 4s represent stability and consistency. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on that for that to come to fruition. And I think that this person feels like they destabilize you, and that, you know, if whatever offer or communication that they share with you is not stable or grounded enough for you, that you're likely to run away from the situation. Like, you might not deem it worthy. Like, she's looking back at that house, like, you know, for example, this person gives you a house, not likely, but example, and then you're like, what? It looks like a ghost house, right? It looks haunted. I'm not I'm not accepting that. So there is this feeling of this person feels like you've got your boundaries up, that material gain or stability and recognition and a connection that has a high probability of success, and all of those wonderful things are very important to you. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are the Queen anyway, so this person's like feeling like they have to be able to bring you what you deserve. And I do think that they want to bring you, you know, what you deserve. They definitely want to, you know, make you feel at home and to honor you in those ways, okay? But it's like, is it going to be good enough, that sort of thing. It does feel like there, you know, this needs to, person feels this relationship needs to come into balance, and there needs to be a balance of extremes in the situation, because we do have some extreme cards here. Some ups and downs for sure. And it's like this person knows that there needs to be that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be worked out. We've got 4 again. Yeah, so in order for you guys to for this connection to develop, there definitely needs to be a conversation about, you know, loyalty and about bonding and about expectations for stability. Like, this person is feeling like these are all things that you need in order to feel safe in the connection. I think this is also what your person needs as well. Or they know that in order to have another chance with you, a new beginning, that they need to offer you something. So we've got a fork in the road here. Yeah, this person feels like, you know, the time is upon you guys to make a decision on what path to take in this connection. Both of these cards talk about, I mean, show somebody being divided, right? And then like fork in the road. So this person could feel like you are like on the fence between staying and leaving, or between reconsidering this connection, or completely just like forgetting about it. Then maybe you are on the fence between them and someone else. Maybe they are on the fence between you and someone else. But it is this, I mean, that would only be the case like if you knew that was true. The bottom line, though, with this group of cards is the decision needs to be made. Like, what are you guys going to do, right? This person feels like that's what needs to happen. You guys need to decide. They need to decide. Like, what are you guys going to do? Do got, I absolutely cannot resist the strong sexual attraction I feel for you. So this person does feel very sexually attracted to you. That could be the reason why. They have lost sleep over this connection. You know, maybe you're both losing sleep. But they are very sexually attracted to you. What else? How does this person feel? Group 1. I care about you a lot, but I don't know how to manage the situation because it's awkward and you might reject me. Okay, so this person's like, that's Eight of Swords energy, more Swords energy. Just very in their head and worried about the awkwardness of the situation and worried about being rejected. And then we've got, you came through my life like a storm, disrupting everything. So this person feels like, you know, you created a tower moment in their life, so don't think that, you know, you're the only one that has suffered from the strains in this connection. This person feels like you have disrupted them. You have disrupted them plenty as well, but yet they're wanting to come back for more. They're wanting you. I feel like they actually, some of you are coming towards them, so it's like they can sense this instinctively that you are on your way, or that the universe is moving this forward to where you guys can deal with each other some more, because this person does want a new beginning with you. But they also, it's almost like they're kind of leaving it up to you. And once upon a time, there was a boy who loved a girl, and her laughter was a question he wanted to spend his whole life answering. Nicholas Krauss, The History of Love. So, okay, so for some of you, okay, you could be younger, on the younger side. And actually for some of you, this person, you know, they love you and they want to get to know you better. They feel like they could spend their whole life getting to know you, and they could be the type that likes to make you laugh, or they just really like, you know, like the card says, your laughter. Let's another card here. How does this person feel about group one? And when you get aroused playing Scrabble, that's love, baby. So Elizabeth Taylor. So it's just like you guys could do anything, and you know, you just do playing a board game that you turn them on. So it goes back to that. I absolutely can't resist the strong sexual attraction. So this person is just very like you. I do get you. You know, you are sensual. You got the sensual vibes with that earth energy. So this person is very drawn to that. For some of you, this person actually loves that about you, and they want to get to know you better. At the back of the deck, we've got, I'll be the rainbow after the tears are gone, wrap you in my colors and keep you warm. That's how strong my love is, darling. Otis Redding, that's how strong my love is. So I'll try to link that down below, okay? So you guys, this is what I've got for you. Basically, summary, how does this person feel about you? They feel like there's been a lot of water under the bridge, that this connection has, you know, suffered some real blows, that there could have been, you know, a very painful ending. There's been sleepless nights. There could have been a nasty argument, or maybe it's an on again, off again type situation. So they feel like they have, basically, that they've hurt you, and that there's a decision that needs to be made whether or not to pursue this connection, but they kind of instinctively feel like you still want to be with them, or that there's going to be action in this connection. And they also feel like, you know, sharing some truth with you, or that there's some sort of truth that's going to come out, and they're like the ones I feel that have something to tell you that they're going to shed light on. So over in the extended, we're going to find out what that's about. Follow me over there. Link for that will be down below. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is going to be down below. Talk to you next time. Welcome, group 2. Thanks for tuning in. So I've got your cards here. I'm going to tell you the energies that I'm picking up on first and foremost. Excuse me. So for the viewer, the strongest collective energy of everyone who is tuned into this reading, I'm getting, some of you are quite, okay, quite silly, quite playful. There's this energy of being either like funny or different, or, yeah. That's what I'm getting. Could your person feel this way about you? Yeah. Could it be vice versa? Yeah, this could be your person, but I am getting it for the strongest collective energy. Like some of you just don't care. Like you will be funny and weird and crazy and you don't care. Maybe you just really, it depends on the person. You could be really evolved, and so you're at this point where you're very self-accepting, and if you want to be silly and fun and different and wild, and then you are, or you could just be like younger or less mature, or maybe some people would describe you that way. I'm getting just like some of you are funny, just basically that's like, I feel like some of you are funny and fun, maybe a little bit different, and your person is someone who is, I'm getting them like being also sort of bold, but in a different way. Maybe they're more action oriented. Maybe they like to travel or do sports. Maybe they take, calculated risks like that. I'm also getting this energy of this person either running away or like, yeah, maybe they're the runner in the situation, or there's distance in the connection, disconnect, separation. They could have broken up with you, or this is just like in a separation. Like I said, it does feel like your person's kind of a runner, and I think that this is kind of the feeling that I'm getting, and I'm not sure like what to associate it to. Maybe Spirit can help me out and give me like a book or a story or a movie that I can associate this to. But I feel like this person, like, they're kind of wild and fun and crazy themselves, but in a different kind of way. And then they were interested in you because of that aspect of you that is funny and different as well. That is a little bit more bold and a little less, cookie cutter. And then they got like a taste of you and they like ran away. So it's like they weren't as ready. They weren't ready. They were not ready for you. Okay, so if this sounds like your reading, feel free to continue watching. Otherwise, choose another group or another reading from playlist down below. But the dynamic between these two energies that I'm picking up is that there is growth. You guys came together for growth. That there has been a change in the connection. Somebody does feel liberated. It feels like your person maybe. I think you already are kind of free to be yourself. Like you're free to be you. I mean, I don't know. In elementary school, when I was there eons ago, it was the statement, they would tell you, be free to be me. Say, repeat after me. I'm free to be me, that kind of a thing. Some of you just let your freak flag fly, or you're just different and odd. You're like better, like you're okay with that. And this person, they're kind of fearless themselves, but I just think they weren't ready for your kind of differences, right? And so I see them running away or breaking free from the connection, trying to liberate themselves. Like it was a bit much for them. And so I feel like it's because it triggered growth in them and in you as well. And as a result of that, we're experiencing some sort of, there's some sort of ending that occurred, but I feel like there is a chance for a transition into a new beginning here because it just doesn't feel over to me. So we're going to go ahead and look into the cards and see what they have to say. The signs that we're picking up. We've got fire sign energy here. We've got Aquarius, water sign, and earth, okay? So I will shuffle some cards on camera, but first off, what I'm getting is that like the Page of Wands talks about, passionate communication. So it also talks about being innocent and playful. So that goes along with the energy that I'm picking up from the viewer, okay? There's this energy of like maybe being younger or acting younger, just having like this kid at heart sort of energy in the way that you conduct yourself. Again, it can be vice versa. I'm not going to say that 50 times, okay? So, but yeah, I do feel that there is going to be a conversation, or there has been a conversation, probably a passionate or heated one about about a renewal in the connection, okay? About getting back together if you guys are separated, or about fixing things if you guys are at odds. There's this feeling of healing and a conversation about healing, a conversation about renewal. Some of you guys could even have like talked about your pasts where you had a rough past. You guys kind of bonded over that. That's coming through as well. I do see that there could have been an offer made that was rejected here, or somebody could have reached out, tried to communicate, and that communication effort was ignored, and that caused emotional upset. So whether that was you or your person, somebody here is like tried to reach out or will try to reach out, and for whatever reason, whether somebody didn't get the message or they just chose to ignore it, or they were busy, or they weren't ready, then the other one was feeling emotionally upset and sad about that. I do also see that somebody's busy career-wise with that Eight of Pentacles, really focusing maybe on school or on work, learning something or mastering some sort of craft here, really got their nose to the grindstone, but that also talks about trying to perfect an offer here. So it's like if your person has not responded to you, it's because they're not ready yet, like I said. But also, yeah, yes, they do want their freedom. They like the element of surprise, like they do like risk, but like controlled risk, like I said. But also they kind of have a fear of commitment, and I feel like that has to do with, not being ready financially as well. It's not just they're not emotionally ready, it's like their life isn't ready, like they're not ready. And I see them working on that. Maybe they have to wrap up a school program, maybe they have to get their money right, maybe they just started a new job and they have to like get that promotion or something. But I feel like more, at the very least, You know, this person is trying to perfect an offer because we see the Knight of Pentacles, slow-moving knight, but when he comes, he brings a solid offer, okay, to progress the connection, like move it to the next level. So it does take time, but it is a solid offer, so it's like it's worth waiting for. So let's find out how this person feels about you. Like if we wanted to say, how does this person feel about you? I think they feel like you are youthful, like I said, and you're fun and you're funny and you're maybe innocent or young at heart. They feel like you have been through hardships in your life and that, you know, you are coming out of that. You're beginning to heal. You're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You could be the light at the end of the tunnel to this person, especially if they've been through some certain hardships. You guys could be at a distance as well. I think this person feels like maybe you're bored with the status quo, that you've been ignored, or that you ignored their offer or their attempt to reach out. I think this person feels sad if that's the case, and you know, they know that you're sad if they ignored or rejected you. They also feel like you feel that there is an opportunity or a chance, you know, for this connection, like to come back together or to move forward, you know, but you might not be seeing it right now, or that you might have been stuck in like sadness, or they might have been stuck in like sadness or self-pity over it for a long time. This person feels like you would want to work on this connection. They could feel like you are the hard worker, you're the student, and they feel also that you're a loyal person, right? And that you're reliable, you're steady, you're going places, but maybe you're like taking your time, right, to get someplace. And like you're very patient and hardworking, and like they do feel like eventually, like you're really going to amount to something and be successful, even if it's taking you a long time or a while, okay? So let's get some cards. If this sounds like you're reading, please hit that like button and subscribe. You can hit the bell to receive notifications for when I upload my next video. So angel spirits and guides for group 2, how does this person feel about group 2, please? How does group 2's person feel about them? We've got Liberator. And we've got Rebel. Okay, so we've got Femme Fatale at the back of the deck. So some of you could be really open-hearted in your feminine energy, very attractive or alluring, regardless of your gender or sex. And this person does feel like you are, like there are aspects of you that are quite free. You are sort of like the leader in the situation in terms of like you hold the torch to guide the way, like you are the light at the end of the tunnel that is allowing this person to know which way to go, because I do feel like this connection has been sort of like catalytic in terms of its inspired change within this person, that they, you know, if they ran away, they're just not ready for that change. But really you can't run away from like your destiny or what's meant to happen. And you guys are coming together to teach each other lessons. So this person's learning those lessons whether they want to learn them or not. You could have freed yourself from this person, but I think that, you know, this person's, I really feel like this is how they feel, like what you have done for them. Like they have, you know, broke free, run away, run back to safety, like they weren't ready. But this, what it's doing though, is it's helping them to get over their own like outmoded beliefs, like the card says, and releasing negative thought patterns. I think this person probably felt like because you have, you know, this really, well, I guess it's like a really strong energy, but they kind of feel like you are somebody that has some answers, you know some things. Maybe you just bothered to learn some things, or you've been through many experiences that have changed you in certain ways. So even like if you are younger or less mature, there's some knowledge that you have that this person did not have or were not ready for. And they were afraid that you could use that power over them. That was another reason why they've distanced themselves, if they have. But I think that they're starting to see that, you know, it was just their own outmoded beliefs and negative thinking that got in the way. It really wasn't, you know, you're really not the type of person to try to control them or dominate them or use like your gifts or your experience to you know, restrain or constrict them, right? They know it's in your power to do that if you wanted to, or they felt like it was, okay? And they didn't like that, but they are starting to see that that's not how you are. They also see you as the rebel here, challenging authority to affect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve your inner needs. So there's this energy of you, yeah, just kind of like being who you are and not really caring. So she's just chilling on that chair there, and she's up in the tree. So she's just like, I'm going to be me, and I don't care, you know, too much what people think. And I've been through enough to where I've earned my self-love, and like I've learned that the only opinions that really matter is my own, and regardless, you know, as long as I'm not hurting anybody and she's not hurting anybody up in that tree, you know, she's just enjoying nature or doing her thing. So as long as you're not hurting anybody, it's like you're not going to subscribe to systems that continue to oppress or hurt other people. Like you just do, like follow the beat of your own drummer. And but you're also very powerful. This person does know that, you know, you could use your power for you know, for harmful things if you wanted to, but they're seeing now, like, they feel like you're not like that anymore. Maybe you do, they have seen, like, your anger act up, or, like, your attitude act up, you know, with that fiery energy. They've seen you spark up, and then they wonder if, you know, you're just being difficult just to be difficult, but they're seeing, like, no, if you were like that, that you're not really like that anymore, and that could be why you met this person, to sort of, like, help you to reflect on things that you needed to change. Try to like reflect on like what kind of a rebel you want to be, or what kind of a liberator you want to be, right? So let's see what next cards we've got here. I wanted to get from the wisdom of the Oracle. For those who tune into Group 2 Spirit, how does this person really feel about Group 2? And we've got regeneration. Like they do want to have a regeneration in this connection. Okay. And so that's number 46. It breaks down to 1. It does feel like there's still more growth that needs to happen. There's still more healing that needs to occur. There's still some time that's going to take to, like you guys have to focus on yourselves as individuals before this can really come into fruition. So it's like the seed is planted, the plant of rejuvenation, so to speak, is already growing. It's got its little green leaves starting to grow out of it, but it's like it needs a lot of sunshine to continue growing into something solid, and for this connection to progress into something solid. And it's like it's an overcast day a lot of times in this connection, at least at present. So it feels like, you know, yes, it's regenerating. It has its potential to regenerate. It does feel like you both understand that changes need to be made in order for this to grow, and it feels like you guys are up to it, that there is this desire for a new beginning, but it's also it's kind of dependent on conditions as well. Circumstances don't matter unless you allow them to, and a lot of people, you know, I mean, you do allow them to. Most people do, because they don't know any better, and that's a whole another topic. So circumstances are affecting this, aka divine timing is at play. This is going to take a while to come together, or to, you know, grow into something solid. Again, like how's that regarding your person? Your person feels like you have still some growing to do. They feel like maybe I'm hearing that they could feel like they're not the right one for you, or that they feel like they have more growing to do before they can be the right one for you, because they can't help to nurture this connection enough for it to really take off. It's like it's stuck at this point, but the desire is there. So does this person feel about Group 2, please? And we've got the fox, okay? Oh, we've got 2 cards coming out. So we've got the tree and we've got the fox. So change and growth, and the sense that maybe there's something forbidden about this connection as well, with that forbidden fruit energy, but also that you are an abundant person, and that that you are undergoing, you know, changes, that you're growing, but that this connection and other things have stressed you out in your life. Both of these are number 5s. 14 reduces to 5, so both of those numbers are, you know, about change and growth. Then 5 plus 5 is 10, which reduces to 1. So this person feels like, you know, you're an ace, you're a real individual, and they could feel like you are focused on yourself. You could be a pet lover as well, and so it's like they feel too that you are, you know, you're very clever, you're very smart, you're very nurturing, you're very caring, but you're also, you know, being a little bit, you know, careful regarding this person, right? So I do want to read from the book real quick on the fox. So this is a new deck, and you know, if somebody wants to read from the book, that's just fine. More information for you. So this fox is talking about yeah, okay. Well, actually, in this deck, it's talking about like sneakiness, being mysterious. This person could feel like you are sneaky or mysterious. That there maybe you're wearing a mask or being somehow deceptive. Maybe this was what this person did. I also find you very, you know, seductive as well, like a temptation. Okay, so maybe this person would have to sneak to be with you or you to be with them due to circumstances, and that's a temptation. But it would result in like having maybe to cheat on someone else, or to, if not, you know, that there's like some sort of deception taking place. And they could just feel like this is how you feel. Like, maybe you're just asking yourself, are you being deceived, or are you glad to deceive yourself? So, yeah, I definitely get like your person feels like some of the problems that you've experienced with them have to do with like your own unwillingness to maybe, you know, see the forest for the trees, so to speak. Something along those lines, like maybe a little bit of self-deception going on there. But don't take it if it doesn't resonate. So the next cards we want to get are messages from this person. And of course, you know, for some of you, it's like this person feels like you have, you know, let them deceive you, and that is something that needs to change. Are they saying that's changing? You know, rely on your intuition regarding that, depending on your history. Like, can you trust this person or not? That's something you need to ask your intuition. We've got Five of Wands. I secretly like to debate with you. It stimulates me, and a little petty drama turns me on too. So this person feels like, yeah, petty drama turns them on. So the way that they behave, or the way the connection has gone, you know, they're admitting to their part in it because they like a little petty drama. It's also a card that talks about maybe there are others around the connection causing a little petty drama. But this is what stimulates this person. Because they feel like what you're doing, yeah, maybe some of you are doing that too. Like they feel like maybe you like a little bit of petty drama as well. Could be one of these situations where, you know, people get turned on by drama. I don't know. Like, oh Lord. I don't resonate with that, but whatever. We've got Fool energy. If you're wondering if I'm mad or upset, I'm not. I'm totally fine or unbothered. So yeah, if you wonder if this person is upset that you say did not accept, you know, a text message from them, or you were not receptive to an offer from them, or some other reason why you think this person might be upset, they're saying that they're not. They're fine. They're unbothered. So somebody out there needs to know that. Is that true, Spirit? Yeah, it's pretty much true. They've got their guards up. They're going to be a little leery, but they're not like upset with you. And maybe you guys have gotten into an argument or something. There'd been some sort of a clash, since the person admits they like to debate with you. Maybe, you know, they wonder if they went too far, or if there's still contention between the two of you. No, that there isn't. They kind of like that energy. That energy of being a little at odds. And let's get another message from this person. How do they feel about group 2? It burdens my heart to leave you. It really does, but it burdens me more to stay. I need peace. So I feel like that's what it feels like. I feel like the burden comes from this person not being ready for, you know, the commitment, right? Not ready to progress the connection, work on it, and be loyal. For some of you, that's what it is. Like they weren't ready to put all their eggs in one basket. And for some of you, they're approaching you tentatively. And part of the reason it's going to take so long is because they're still not ready. But they're more ready than they were in the past. So it's up to you if, you know, you want to entertain them knowing that. But again, you know, follow your own intuition about whether or not you continue to deal with this person. But for those, like, bottom line, if they're the ones that left, they left because you know, it wasn't because they don't care. It's just that they needed some sort of peace. And I feel like that peace had to do with making a decision. Maybe you were pressuring them to commit or make a decision or choose you, or if you weren't doing that, they felt like the time was coming that they needed to make a decision. And it felt like, you know, maybe a decision to, you know, advance the connection and commit to you, perhaps, you know, allow it to grow, to make an offer they weren't ready to make. So they needed peace, they walked away. How does this person feel about group 2, please? Okay, this is by Toni Morrison from Beloved. She gather me, man, the pieces I am. She gather them and give them back to me in all the right order, okay? So, you know, this person feels like you have, or you are someone that could, like, take the mess that they are and help to put them back together, right? Help to get them, like, sorted out. And I feel like that's why you guys came together, to teach each other lessons. And on their end, they're saying that the lesson is to sort of, like, get themselves together, get themselves in order, right, with that 8 of Pentacles. Like, start having a focus and focusing on that, and having a singular focus regarding certain life areas and regarding relationships, whereas opposed to being, like, scattering their energy, maybe. You guys got some wordy ones. It's a Wonderful Life. George, hey, that's a pretty good idea. I'll give you the moon, Mary. Mary, I'll take it. Then what? George, well, then you could swallow it and it'd dissolve, you see, and the moonbeams would shoot out of your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair. Am I talking too much? So it's like this person being being ungrounded in this scene of It's a Wonderful Life. You know, Mary is thinking, this is the person I want to marry, I want to have a home with, and he's all in la la land, you know, just not being very grounded or serious. So, but then he has this epiphany towards the end, like, am I talking too much? Like, am I wasting an opportunity here? Which, of course, he was. And then we've got from Bob Dylan, you're going to make me lonesome when you go. I could stay with you forever and never realize the time. So this person is looking at you as a long-term partner. Like, if this can come back together, because it's still going to take time and effort, but if it can come back together, they're saying, like, they can see it lasting for a long time. And also, just when they are with you or have been with you, they just have really enjoyed the time that they have shared with you a lot. So guys, I'm going to take it over to the extended. I wanted to find out a little bit more about this deception, what we saw with the fox here, if that's something that we really need to zero in on. So I'm going to ask the cards about that. And so if you'd like to, follow me over there. We will get some, I think we'll get some advice over there, as well as the romantic fairies and more messages. Yeah, we'll get more messages over there as well from your person. So the link for that will be down below. But if this is where we part ways, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. We've got the 15% off through Wizio, so check that out. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time. Welcome, Group 3. Thanks for tuning in to your reading. So we've got your cards laid out. I want to tell you what I'm picking up on. First off, the initial energies that we're getting for the viewer. I am getting that you are a divine counterpart, or you consider yourself a divine counterpart. Okay, so a divine masculine or a divine feminine. I'm getting a little bit more divine masculine energy here, regardless of gender. We all have masculine and feminine within us. So, but I feel like you do have, like, a clear vision that's very powerful with regard to this connection, and you feel like you want to ground this connection. You could be quite, like, a peaceful and powerful kind of kind person, grounded, compassionate person. Or this is what you want, you know, from your person. You want them to be that. Maybe it's both. And I get to that, like the person that you're here for is somebody who is very 3D, grounded, earthy energy, but in a different sense, right? Whereas you're like wanting to ground the connection, and like you're grounded in who you are, you still have like this connection to the divine, right? You still feel like inspired, and there's something like you feel otherworldly about this person or this connection, and this person feels more like they are focusing on stability, action, taking like applying a foundation. They're a foundational learner, a foundational builder, like whatever projects they're working on in their life, they lay the foundation first and they build on it little by little. I get that they are a creative person as well, but they like to do things that where they can feel strong and where they can feel stable and where they can really apply their strength. Your person could, yeah, be somebody that, you know, likes to, or is trying something new, actually, because I feel the dynamic between the two of you guys is that of like there being competition. There is some sort of either competition for each other's affection, like from other people, a third party, or competition within the connection. I feel like there's a lot of cleverness going on. At the very least, there could be, you know, the sense that you have to look over your shoulder, that things are not as they appear to be, that someone here is not who they appear to be. And I'm getting, if like that's the case, like your person could very well be the one that's not who they appear to be. So it's likely that, you know, your person, it does have someone, for some of you, this person left to be with somebody else. They could be committed with somebody else, or this could even be you, but I feel like some of you, that this person could have gone another direction, leaving you with like a lot of painful suffering, sleepless nights, feeling left out in the cold with that Five of Pentacles. So if this sounds like your reading, guys, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry that that's happening to you. But if it's not your reading, then feel free to choose one of the other groups or check out the playlists down below for another reading. And remember, these are all general readings, so just take what resonates, forget what doesn't. If something's triggering you, it's not worth listening to. So that's not my intention, but we're going to get into this some more. And so we're going to get started. So some of the signs that I'm picking up on, we've got earth energy here. We've got fire. I think we've got all of the energies pretty much. We've got earth, water, fire, air. Yeah. So everybody's here. And then we've got the moon card over here in reverse. So definitely getting in general first impressions, like intuitively, just looking at the spread, disappointment, probably due to immaturity or somebody not being ready, disappointed in somebody's immature actions or the way that they talk to you, their communication, or both. I do feel like, you know, emotional maturity is needed. It could be that somebody here, like the masculine, the connection is becoming more, or is more emotionally mature, or they're starting to grow up a little bit here with that King of Cups. However, this masculine energy, they need to make a decision. Like if they're juggling you with somebody else, it's like they need to make a decision, and they know that if you're juggling somebody else, you know, apply it that way. Energies can be vice versa. It can be switched. But there is this energy of a decision need to be made. And it's like the hardest part of that decision is that, is just making it, I think. It's just making the decision is hard. Yeah. But what I see with that Six of Wands is that once the decision is made, you know, success is achieved, accolades, respect, support. There is support for the decision made, or that will be made here. And but they're still like, even though we've got Six of Wands, like somebody could be acting like they moved on from you and they're so happy and like everybody loves them and the world is like at their feet, and they like could be acting like the conquering hero, but in reality they're still watching you and missing you and longing for what they don't have. And they have, at the very least, you know, some hidden depths of feeling towards you. Regardless of situation, they have these hidden depths of feelings towards you. And however, like, they might be acting or showing off on social media, or just like however accomplished they might be presenting themselves to be, not saying they're not accomplished, they feel like they achieved something. There is some mask wearing going on, okay? And it does feel like it has to do with, because it is the moon card, that's feminine energy, it could have to do with another woman. It could, if it's not another woman or another man, you know that, then it could be just that they cast themselves in an unreal light, wearing a mask, acting like the Six of Wands, when really they feel very unsure within themselves. This does talk about like needing to tie up loose ends as well. So like how does this person, I'm getting this person does miss you if you guys are in separation. You could have known this person for a long time. You could have children with this person or know them from childhood, or you guys just really like played together like children. But this person feels like they've caused you a lot of worry. They could feel like maybe you sort of like feeling in this energy of lack, or that you're a little bit needy or something. Maybe that you're the type of person that has too much pride to ask for help. So like you've gotten yourself maybe in trouble financially or emotionally. Like you got a lot of pride. This person's also feeling like that as well. Some of them feel like, you know, they weren't ready for the demands of a relationship. And they actually feel like, you know, you weren't ready for the demands of a relationship either. Like there was some area that they felt like you were blocking your heart. Maybe you were focused on your money or building up like security within yourself or materially, but they feel like, whether you realize it or not, that maybe neither one of you, especially them, was ready for a relationship. That you both, at the very least, you know, have insecurities. This person feels like there has been a lack of direction in the connection. Some of them could feel like you are a bit on the careless side, especially like financially speaking. It feels like somebody's dad is coming through and scolding you on how you spend your money a little bit, but it could not have to do with money. It could just be like a lack of ambition, or taking it the other extreme, being too perfectionist, not pragmatic or practical enough. Again, there's this energy of somebody not being what they seem. So maybe they felt like you were not what you seem, but I feel like it's more that they're not being and haven't been who they present themselves to be, or just simply not what they seem, right? It might not be that they did it on purpose. It might just be that you were interpreting them in a way that isn't accurate to who they actually are. It just depends. But we do know that the King of Cups is somebody that holds their emotions inside. They generally do tend to be very sensitive and considerate and like to help other people. Maybe this person would have preferred that you would have asked them for help, you know, and you didn't. And that, you know, was something that didn't sit well with them. But either way, it's just the kind of person that they are. They can be like a Svengali type individual, you know, the type of person that likes to pull the puppet strings of whoever they're involved with. So when I say that maybe this person wanted you to ask for help from them, it might not even be that you needed help, unless you know that you did. It could be that that was the dynamic they were used to. So like a victim-savior dynamic, and if you weren't playing into that, then that could have been why they went with somebody else if they did, or went in another direction if they did, because that's what they were looking for. That's not going to apply for everyone, right? But what I was initially saying is this person is a very deeply emotional person. They could be committed in another relationship. They don't have to be, but they do hide their feelings, and there is a need for openness, like more openness. So it could be just a decision that they miss you, and so they're deciding to be more emotionally open. And their version of emotionally open is being a little in their ego with that Six of Wands, like showing like how great they are, how much they have, what they've accomplished, like showing that prideful peacock side. Because feeling proud and peacocking and trying to impress someone, you know, that is an emotion as well. It's just not the kind of emotion that most people in a romantic relationship really value the most. Most people in a healthy romantic relationship want people to share their caring and their love, right, and their softer and more tender feelings, whereas this person is like probably just showing, you know, they're more passionate or achievement oriented feelings to try to impress you. Or this could be in the future that they do this here. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that if this person wasn't willing to assert themselves before than they are now, I think this person does want to date you. They do want to have something more stable with you. Maybe they're more stable financially. Maybe you are, but It's like they can see your confidence growing. Like I feel like this person feels like maybe in the past you weren't willing to be vulnerable with them, or they weren't willing to be vulnerable with you. But this Two of Wands talks about that changing, talking about you know, accepting help when it's offered, or a rewarding partnership, or being mutually supportive. Because I do see this person feels like you are, like there's more of an interplay between the two of you, or if they're watching you from the outside, they're seeing you interact with others, where there's more of an interplay. It's more of an interdependence, whereas like maybe before some of you were like rigidly independent, right? And now they're seeing you be, or even codependent in some cases, but now they're seeing it being more balanced, interdependent, where this person is seeing that. And they're feeling like that makes you, you know, more confident in better relationship material, right? Just to put it plainly. Like, so I'm not going to qualify that, but that's what I'm getting. If that's your message, cool. And if not, not. Then there's this feeling too that this person could be seeing you overcoming obstacles, or they're overcoming an obstacle for you guys, which is, you know, separating from somebody else if they are with somebody else. And, or at the very least, like overcoming their own ego to come toward you, take action, or communicate. Okay? So if one of the obstacles is another person, lack of communication, you know, this person is going to be taking the initiative, and they're going to move forward. And if they're the ones not accepting help from you or others, then they are going to be doing that. I definitely get this person, I think they feel like you are now feeling good, like you're feeling better, like you've moving. Some of them feel like you have moved on and you're doing better for yourself. You're experiencing a renewal, you're healing. And they're really admiring that. And it just comes down to like feeling like cooperating more with you, like having a new beginning, at least a conversation, to get, you know, clarity on how you're really doing, and like, are you really doing as well as you appear to be doing? For those of you who are that Six of Wands energy, I think this person definitely wants to, you know, celebrate with you and wants to be included in whatever you've got going on in your life. But some of them want to just, not just, but part of what they want is to tie up loose ends related to the past. But is it tying up loose ends with the viewer? Yes. And what does that mean for the future? It means potential partnership. If you guys can tie up loose ends, then that will help to influence a decision whether or not to have a partnership or not. Whether or not this person should assert and pursue this connection again or more, okay? But do they have to tie up loose ends for, like, with someone else? So it's only really wanting us to focus on the tying up loose ends between the two of you, okay? So let's see what else comes out. If this is your reading, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. I am going to get a card from, what are we starting with? Excuse me. If you guys would like a private reading, private readings are 15% off over on my Wizio page, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. Now would be a good time to partake of a private reading. How does this person feel about group 3, please, Spirit? Excuse me again. Group 3's person feel about them. We've got visionary and divine child. Are these? Okay. Okay, so for some of you, this person feels like I said, you're kind of like a visionary. I said at the start. You're a divine counterpart, and you're powerful. You know how to do things like in a new way, and sort of like know how to turn your, it's kind of magician energy, turn your vision into reality, or high priestess energy. But this person could be feeling like, you know, maybe you're compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. So if you're a tarot card reader, and some of you are, like your person, you know, they feel like maybe, like the card says, you're selling your insights to the highest bidder or something like that. You know, I don't know if you are or if you're not, but I feel like, you know, this is a service just like anything else. And so energy exchange is appropriate. Others of you, when they talk about compromising your vision to make it more acceptable, they're talking about with regard to like what you do with your life. Like it could be in regard to love. It can be in regard to relationships with other people, maybe family members. It can be in regard to money. So they know that you have sort of like a vision. So is it related to them though? Yeah, it does like feel like if you are being defensive with them, or if you would be, that you are compromising yourself in a way, like you're compromising in that which makes you special, that's like that divine connection that you have, that divine spark. I'm even hearing, for a very odd few, not everybody, that if you compete with this person, or if you compete for this person, even like if there is someone else, if you were to do that, they almost feel like then you are compromising yourself, right? Compromising yourself in some way, I guess your self-respect. And then we've got divine child, or child divine. So what we're seeing with this one is they do feel like there's something innocent about you. There's some sort of purity. It's again like high priestess energy. I do have a lot of readers who watch my channel. Empathically, I understand that people are afraid. I've got some pretty big readers who watch my channel and don't comment because, you know, that would be like an endorsement and they're not sure they want to do that. But my point is that comment, guys. I would comment on yours. But innocence, purity, and redemption, like this is, again, this isn't typically taken as a high priestess energy, but does feel like high priestessy to me. This person feels like there is something about you that is innocent and pure, like your connection to the divine is pure, like you would see with that of a child, right? And the most like spiritually evolved people are the ones that like make us feel the most like the good, the most bestest to be around, rather. People who feel like the most connected to source and the divine are the ones that do have that spark of divinity, that divine spark that's like a child. And you know how children have something like some light that grows or glows from within? This is the same kind of energy this person feels about you. They do feel like you're special. You have a special connection to the divine. I almost feel inclined to say this person doesn't want you to compromise your vision, even for them. So, how does this person feel about group 3? Going the distance. We've got loyal heart at the back of the deck. This person feels like you are a loyal person. They feel like this connection has required a lot of patience. 4 plus 7, it adds up to 11, which reduces to 2. Both 11 and 2 are partnership numbers and talk about balance and coming into union. So it's like this person feels that this connection has potential to go the distance, that they also feel the divine spark within it. So if you do feel like this is a soulmate or higher level soulmate, this person feels like, well, they're aware that you feel that way, and or they feel like at the very least, you know, that this is a strong bond. Okay. How does this person feel, Spirit, about group 3? We've got the Rider. Okay. So I'm hearing ride or die. This person feels like you are like you're the rider, like you're coming towards them, like you have this drive towards them. And do they feel like having a drive towards you? They do as well. It's almost like they feel like your drive is stronger, but they also have a drive towards you as well. Maybe, you know, on your path to this person, or like if this cow in the background is the relationship, that you were trying to ride this relationship and ended up getting knocked on your butt in some way. So like this person feels like maybe you're not the happiest about that. But the traditional meaning of this card is you know, going the distance again. It's going the distance. Feels like you and this connection are ride or die and have potential to go the distance. Let me just look in the book real quick on that. See any additional messages. Additional messages are good. Wow, that's a lot of words. Sorry guys, I don't want to slow down the reading, but it does talk about being rooted in who you are as well, and news and information. So maybe getting some news about you, or you might be getting news about this person. I think they got news about you. Yeah, they got news about you. Good news that they consider important information, maybe from watching your social media even, but you could be receiving a message from this person. There could be a distance between you as well. But this person does feel like, like this connection has potential to be a happy one, to develop into something more. Let's see what else. Let's get you some messages. Yeah, others feel, you know, they also feel like maybe you're sad because, like I said, you got knocked on your butt in this relationship too. But I already said that. So what would this person say to group 3? How do they feel about group 3? Your otherworldly beauty is so delicate and humble, it has captured my heart. Yeah, that is very much along the lines of High Priestess, like I was talking about. This person's thinking that you do have like a delicate kind of humbled beauty, and you have captured their heart. And then we've got 10 of Cups, beautiful. You make me feel so supported and loved. I am completely romantically fulfilled. So this person is feeling like either they do feel this way now, or especially if you're in a relationship with this person, but even if you're not in a relationship with this person, they feel like if they were to date you, if you guys are just dating, or if they choose to date you, or to choose to progress the connection, that there's a very good chance that, you know, they will be very romantically fulfilled. Like in whatever capacity that they deal with you, they feel like this connection has a lot of potential to be very loving and supportive. Got these two cards coming out together. It says, I only really care about my own wants, needs, and desires, yours not so much. And we've got, I might not be the best in bed, but what do you know? Either way, I'm going to enjoy it for myself. So I feel like since they came out together, it's like this person could be admitting to being a selfish lover, okay? So I don't know if this person is a selfish lover or not, but there is a certain selfishness and egoicness with that 6 of Wands. So it's like Spirit is kind of specifying for some of you that it's really about them still being a bit much in their ego. Maybe that's something that they learned in their past, or a loose end from the past. Like this could have happened in the past, and that's like something that's still needing to be overcome in the connection. But we can find out more about that over in the extended. What would this person, or how does this person feel about group 3? Sweet honey in the rock sometime. Sometime day breaks in my life. Sometime the sun shines in my life. Sometimes things work right in my life. You are my sometime. So it's like you're the only good thing in this person's life, even if it is or it was on and off. Like you are the sunshine in this person's life. We've got Josephine Baker. He was my cream and I was his coffee. And when you poured us together, it was something. So feeling like, yeah, even though you guys are opposite or very different, you could be an interracial couple as well, that you guys complemented each other just beautifully, okay? And then we've got the back of the deck, Johnny Cash. The ring of fire still burns around you and I, keeping our love hotter than a pepper sprout. So Johnny Cash was a water sign. So it's interesting that that's come out, because basically saying that this, well, they've got fire here as well, that this person's love and or passion for you, it still burns bright, okay? Anything else? Did we get everything? Okay, guys, we're going to take it over the extended, and we're going to find out some more, like I said, about the selfish energy, and like, is this something they have overcome, are going to overcome? Like, what does that really mean? We're going to get some more messages, as well as the romantic fairies and things like that, more tarot cards too. Link for that will be down below, but if this is where we part ways, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you'd like a private reading. Again, those are 15% off over on Wizio. Details are in the description box. I'll talk to you guys next time.